Hello everybody, this is Üter 911 here for a Q&A, or the Q&A or whatever. Basically, I'll be answering your questions, talking about myself, because I love talking about myself, because I'm a narcissist. And yeah, I'm going to try to do a thing on here where the question is on screen. So yeah, see you all for convenience, I guess. So, it's 1 in the morning, so this could either be really weird or really boring. I don't know. Let's see. All right, let's start off with question number 1 now. Sephiroth 1204 asks, "What is your favorite game?" What is my favorite game? Well, this is very simple. Resident Evil 4. I think I mentioned that before, but in case I didn't, because it's, well, real obvious to myself, so, sometimes there are things you just don't mention because, they're so obvious to you that, you forget about other people. But basically, it's because I like it a lot. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It has terrible dialogue in it. It's everything you need, okay? I don't know if I should really elaborate on it since it's what I'm Let's Playing right now, so I'll probably explain that better in one of the videos. Yeah, horrible answer to that question. Again, from Sephiroth 1204, he asks, "What, or not what, who are your favorite LPers?" I don't want to be in the answer. Don't even try it. Well, it looks like I don't get to, inflate your ego some, which is what I was going to do. I was just going to talk about how amazing you were, but you know what? No, I'm not going to, because you requested me not to. Well, there's really not that many, because I don't watch a whole lot. Like, I watch a few. The only popular one that I ever watch is Nintendo Capri Sun, and everyone else that I watch is very, are people that are somewhat associated with this channel. Like, Otaku Gamer J, Ultra Kirby 25, Smiling Suncake Studios, and there's also some others that I watched a while ago, or I'm not going to say a while ago because they stopped a while ago, like, what is it, Invid Ninja 92, I believe. So yeah, those are some of the people, that I watched and have watched before. Question number 3. Why did you start LPing? Well, really, I did it because one of the things I sort of always wanted to do was I always wanted to, like, sort of vlog and just talk about things, because I always liked talking for some reason. And I just figured Let's Playing would probably be the best way to go about that, because I never really liked videos. It was just filming someone talking and not doing anything, and I sort of thought, it would be a fun way to do it without it getting, too boring, so you have something to look at, and it gives me, something to talk about, so that's why, like, I enjoy it, and why I sort of started, and that was an awful answer. I should probably elaborate that more. I'm gonna just say, like, because, I had some games that, I was really good at, like Resident Evil 4, or in some cases ones that not a lot of people were good at, like Mother 1, where I just sort of wanted to, sort of just show things about it, where, to do that. So it was sort of like a combination of stuff I knew about games, and just my wanting to just, make videos, just like sort of to talk about things, because, yeah, I just wanted to. Again, from Sephiroth 1204, question number something. Do you follow the news? Short answer, not really. I don't follow the news the whole lot. I sort of do. There's some things that I follow. Typically not a whole lot of, I'll I don't follow a lot of politics. That's what I'm trying to say. I never really cared that much about really following politics. I could never get into it like some people do. Maybe that's bad of me as a citizen, but I just never really did. I will sometimes watch the morning news though if there's nothing else, but I haven't in a while because the last time I watched the news, they were talking about reality TV, and I just got like really aggravated by it, and so I like since then I haven't watched it since then. If I remember correctly, they were talking about how reality TV helps the economy because instead of the Kardashians making $4 million a year, they're now making $63 million a year, and that just pissed me off because I'm like, you're giving all that money to those horrible, awful people when there are people who, could actually need the money. So I always figured if that's the best they're going to talk about, I'm just not even going to bother. So I don't really follow the news that much. What is your favorite movie or movie series? Also from Sephiroth 1204. My favorite movie of all time, I'm going to answer both movie and movie series. My favorite movie of all time is Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. I believe that's correct. It's like 13 words long. I just always, really enjoyed that movie for its like dark comedy and just how it really I don't know, I'm just like making stuff up now because I can't speak intelligently about anything, but it was one of those rare like comedies where it really actually did something. Or actually no, I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Oh my god, let me think for a second. Okay, it's 1:07 in the morning. I need to come up with a way to explain that. I loved its dark style, how cynical it was, how everything in it just really worked. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. It worked. It was good. Favorite movie series is very easy for me. That is of course the James Bond series because I like the James Bond series. It's like that one series that it's like even if some of the movies are really bad, you just have to see all of them. It's almost like an obligation because of like the character is so enjoyable. I guess I don't know, but that's my favorite movie series because of just the ridiculosity of some of them. Because like after the third movie in the series, it just went completely insane with how illogical everything was, and it's just really enjoyable, and all of them are really fun to watch and everything. So I always enjoy watching them from time to time. And it's like it's probably the largest series that I've seen all the movies in. I think the second closest would be like Godzilla or something, where I've seen most of those. But yeah. Question number 5 or 6. I don't know. Is again the last one from Sephiroth 1204. Will you do any more of the videos like the Pink Panther DVD one? Yes, I'll try to. I actually want to. For anyone who doesn't know, a while ago, like way back in August, I did a video showing off a Pink Panther like collection set that I own. I have a few other things that I would like to make a video like that of. It's just that like, the camera I have has not been working correctly. So whenever, when I get a working camera, I'm gonna make another one. It's just a matter of when. But I have a few other things I wanna show, so I am gonna make another one of those eventually. Hopefully by January. Okay, now question number something from the Affronted. He asks, do you prefer modern or classic metal music? ? Okay, now I'm going to take this question very seriously because he put 2 question marks in that implies importance. I'm going to say definitely classic, a lot more 70s and 80s. But when I'm saying this, it's like bands started in the 70s and 80s and then their progression through today. with a lot of modern metal, I typically don't like it because I'm not a lot of modern metal has been very much more to like the death metal style, and I just never really liked it a whole lot. I always liked progressive and power metal because power metal is really enjoyable, and I always loved long songs that like really like have a lot of progression to it. So I always liked progressive, and so a lot of that you're gonna find, or all the good stuff that's progressive in power metal is gonna be the classic metal from like the 70s and 80s, and then with some exceptions that go into like the 90s and 2000s. So yeah. His second question is, have you decided to play another Fire Emblem game for fun? And if so, how far have you gotten? No, I have not yet played another Fire Emblem game. I've been thinking about it though. I've definitely wanted to check some of the other games in the series out. Because I've enjoyed the Sacred Stone so far, even though like I haven't recorded that in like God knows how long. But see, I've been wanting to try out more games in that series. Like I've been thinking about getting the remake of the original, the one that's on the DS, because that one looks nice. So I'll try that. Okay, the next question, also from the Affronted, is Coke or Pepsi? Pepsi. I like it better. It tastes better. It's more rich. And I'm not going to explain that. I'm just going to say Pepsi. The next question, also from the Affronted, what is your favorite band? And I feel like I've done a lot of advertisement for this band very recently, but not in the video, so it doesn't matter. My favorite band is Metallica, of course, because, why am I saying of course? I think I said that like one time a long time ago in one of the videos. But yeah, they're my favorite band because they really combine a lot of throughout the progression of their career. They've done a lot of the things that I prefer in metal. Especially in the 90s, a lot of people who are going to say Metallica's 90s were horrible and everything, but I really liked it because they did a lot of the progressive stuff, and before that they did a lot of a lot of progressive going into the end of the 90s, where they really started doing a lot of long tracks. They did a lot of that, and then before that they did, of course, anyone who knows what the technical term is thrash metal. I don't know how technical that is. It's just the official term, I guess. Before that, which I don't typically, I'm not as huge of a fan of thrash metal as progressive, mainly because of it turning into death metal a whole lot. But like when they did it, and when other bands at that time did thrash metal, I really enjoyed it. And then so yeah, and then coming through the 2000s, of course, Metallica, it's been iffy, with their infamously horrible 2003 album Saint Anger, which I don't mind that much, and then their 2008 like sort of return to form I thought was okay. And then they had the album that came out last month that has been harped on unbelievably. It's been just absolutely beaten to death. I don't even want to mention it because I feel like I'd only be feeding the hatred that the album's getting, even though of course I'm just going to be the guy who's like the fanboy, and I'm going to say it's not that bad because it really isn't. So yeah, Metallica, because I'm a fanboy. What is your favorite video game console? Again, with the double question marks. This question is from the Affronted again. My favorite video game console is probably gonna be Super Nintendo. Just because of the nostalgia for it. It was the first I ever played, and a lot of my favorite games come from it. Like, Super Mario World, which was the first game I ever played, and, Earthbound, and Chrono Trigger, and like, the Final Fantasy 2 and 3 that were on it. There's Wheel of Fortune on Super Nintendo. I mean, Super Nintendo, it's just got, everything that you want, out of a system. I just always really, really enjoyed it, So yeah, it's my favorite. Next question. The Affronted again asks, Do you like Vocaloid music? Now, I don't know how honest of an opinion I can really give on this because I'm not very familiar with Vocaloid music. If I believe so, this is I think I think this. It's the music where they send it all through a computer and it's done that way, but it's not like auto tuning in that it's not that they're singing and it does it. It's like completely done on the computer. I think where they program like your pitch, your tone, your lyrics, and all the stuff into it to make it. So I'm not entirely sure what exactly it is, and I've only heard a few songs of the style in there. It from what I've heard, it is very stylistic in how it's done. So it's not something I think just from what I've listened to, it's something I don't think I can get really into. But I'm not going to say I hate it because I haven't really listened to it a whole lot. If there's anything in like the Vocaloid category or catalog or whatever that you think is really good that I should listen to, you can give me, you know, give me some of those to listen to so I can you know, check it out and give you an honest opinion on that. But right now I'm just going to say not that familiar with it, don't hate it, don't love it because of that. Alright, the last question I'm going to do of this part of the Q&A. This is only part one. There's, the second part I'm going to do. Because this has gone on for, 16 minutes. Okay, the Affronted asks, PS3 or Xbox 360? Well, I'm going to go out right now and say, I've never owned a non-Nintendo console. And it's not because I'm a fanboy and I'm only Nintendo. It's because, I just never really wanted to spend the money on it because it's expensive. So I go to other people's houses to play it and stuff. So I don't own either a PS3 or an Xbox 360, but I am going to see. I don't know if I can really pick because of that. I mean, I don't hate either of them. I think they're both very good. From what I have played and from what I've seen. But if you're gonna make me pick, God, I don't know, actually. Geez. This is very similar to that Vocaloid one in that I don't really know. I don't know. Actually, wait, no, I'm an idiot. I can't believe I forgot I had a PS2 a long time ago. I'm an idiot. So I guess I'm just going to pick the PS3 because of bias. But I don't think I have an actual preference. I think they're both really good. And I don't want to, I'm not going to, pick a favorite. It's just because I haven't played them extensively enough to give a full, pick on it. So yeah, that's the last question of this part. In the next part of the Q&A, which hopefully won't go on for 20 minutes, we're going to look at the second half of the questions, which I think there's the same amount of questions in it. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that in the second part. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye.